Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the electrifying world of Jujutsu Kaisen. And boy, do we have a question on our hands: does Yuta have the strongest domain expansion? If you've been following this incredible series, you know that domain expansion is a game changer in battles. It's the ultimate trump card, a manifestation of a sorcerer's soul that creates a unique domain filled with their innate techniques and cursed energy. But amidst all the chaos and power struggles, one character has emerged with a domain that's turning heads: Yuta Okkotsu. Yuta's domain expansion, Rika, Red Room, is as enigmatic as it is formidable. With the manifestation of his cursed spirit, Rika, Yuta creates a crimson-hued realm where he's virtually invincible. But is it really the strongest? We've seen incredible domain expansions from characters like Gojo Satoru with Unlimited Void, and Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine. Each one is a force to be reckoned with, boasting immense power and unique abilities. But does Yuta's Rika, Red Room surpass them all? To find out, we'll be delving deep into the lore, analyzing Yuta's abilities, and comparing them to other domain expansions in the series. So, buckle up, because this is going to be one exhilarating ride. Will Yuta's domain expansion prove to be the ultimate game changer? Or are there hidden strengths waiting to be uncovered in the domains of other characters? Don't miss out on our in-depth analysis. So, fellow Jujutsu Kaisen fans, what do you think? Does Yuta truly have the strongest domain expansion? Let's unravel this mystery together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join us on this epic journey. Until next time, keep unleashing your cursed energy. Now, let's get started. Domain expansions are a sorcerer's strongest and most impressive attack in Jujutsu Kaisen, with only the best of the best able to manifest and summon the technique. It allows the user to trap their opponent within a barrier that is essentially inescapable from the inside while targeting them with a sure hit attack that deals high damage. Only a small handful of sorcerers have been able to master the domain expansion, including fan favorites like Gojo, Megami, and Hakari. But, in Chapter 249, a new domain was revealed. Yuta Okkotsu, now the world's most powerful sorcerer, trapped Sukuna inside his expansion, named Authentic Mutual Love. Immediately, Yuta managed to damage Sukuna, something that instantly highlights the threat behind the sorcerer's trump card. Only the strongest sorcerers have domains. Domain expansion is an advanced technique mastered only by the most achieved and talented sorcerers. By manifesting a domain, the user constructs their innate domain inside a barrier and infuses it with their cursed technique, creating a move that amalgamates all their strongest abilities. In a domain expansion, the user's innate technique is enhanced, and all that are activated will be guaranteed to hit their opponent. With such a supreme technique, it's not surprising that only a few sorcerers have managed to master the domain expansion. Gojo Satoru, Hakari Kinji, Fushiguro Megami, and Higuruma Hiromi were the only sorcerers with their domains revealed, and each demonstrated how epic this technique truly is. The third-year Jujutsu High student Hakari has one of the most modern domains, based on gambling. Specifically, Idle Death Gamble is based on a pachinko-themed game of chance, with a 1 in 239 chance of winning. Despite these odds, he claims to have never needed to spin more than 30 times before chance was on his side. Hitting the jackpot grants Hakari unlimited cursed energy, and for 4 minutes and 11 seconds, this flow of cursed energy causes the sorcerer to reflexively use the reverse curse technique to instantaneously heal any injury. This is called unkillable mode as, for this time, Hakari is invincible. Hakari's underclassman, first-year Megami Fushiguro, is the youngest sorcerer to manifest a domain, albeit an incomplete one. Chimera's Shadow Garden floods the area with thick shadows, allowing the 10 Shadows users to freely manifest Shikigami and hide within the darkness. Fushiguro first manifested this without a barrier, using the surroundings to enclose the domain, but within a proper barrier, this domain traps the opponent in the user's shadow. Anyone in this shadow must reinforce their feet with cursed energy. If they don't, they will fall into an unending abyss. In his domain, Fushigiro's manipulation of shadows also increases greatly, allowing him to trick opponents with body doubles or even hide in the enemy's shadow. The sorcerer who mastered their domain the fastest of everyone is Higuruma Hiromi. Just a week after being made a sorcerer, Higuruma was using his domain with as much mastery as Gojo. Based on his previous life as a lawyer, Higuruma's deadly sentencing tries its opponent in court, with 3 possible outcomes from the trial. An innocent verdict does not affect the opponent, while a guilty verdict confiscates their cursed technique for the ensuing battle with Higuruma. However, a death sentence manifests the cursed tool Executioner's Sword, which will immediately kill the opponent with just one touch. This domain does not have a sure hit, but everyone inside is forced to follow the rules, and violence is strictly forbidden. Finally, Gojo Satoru's domain is regarded and feared as the most powerful in the verse. Unlimited Void instantaneously traps an opponent in an infinite flow of information once opened, making them feel everything at once while not being able to see or feel anything at all. If too much time is spent inside this domain, the opponent is left in a trance, with weaker sorcerers entirely incapacitated from the overload of information. As such, this domain is an almost guaranteed win, as the opponent is completely immobilized while Gojo's limitless technique is strengthened. Yuta's Domain Expansion, explained. While fans have known of Yuta's Domain Expansion since the Culling Games arc, the domain has never actually been opened. However, Chapter 249 takes place inside the Sorcerer's Domain Expansion, finally displaying the special grade's much anticipated ultimate move. Fighting Sukuna using anything less than 100% of his ability would be a poor approach from Yuta, so pulling out the big gun straight away is the smartest move. The appropriately named Authentic Mutual Love has successfully trapped Sukuna, making it the only domain to deal the King of Curses any damage. This domain is one of the very best in terms of power, with the main attraction of the expansion being the swords littering the floor. Yuta's innate technique is Copy, which, outside his domain, he can activate after fulfilling the necessary prerequisites. However, within Authentic Mutual Love, the technique is completely unrestricted. Sealed inside each sword in the domain is a cursed technique, and upon wielding a katana, the ability activates. As such, Yuta has hundreds of abilities most likely collected during the Culling Games at his disposal. All of these would also be heightened by the terms of the domain, making even the more simple ones powerful. Assumedly, Yuta's innate technique would also be active, so he should be able to copy the techniques of those inside the domain as well. As well as having multiple techniques at his disposal, Yuta's domain incorporates Rika. The knot in the background of the domain is representative of the pair's relationship and is symbolic of Yuta's technique, a combination of the abilities of both Yuta and Rika working in harmony. The more a knot is tugged, the closer and tighter it becomes, alluding to the dynamic between the two characters. Rika is already very overpowered outside the domain, so within it, it could be an unstoppable force. Finally, the sure hit attack in Yuta's domain is Technique Negation, most likely a copy of the Angel's Curse technique. As such, as soon as an opponent enters the domain, unless they take immediate precautions as Sukuna did, summoning Hollow Wicker Basket, their innate technique is confiscated and can no longer be used. In short, while Yuta has access to a myriad of abilities, an immeasurable flow of cursed energy, and the Queen of Curses, his opponent is left completely defenseless. Much like Unlimited Void, against a normal opponent, this domain would lead to a guaranteed win. But Sukuna is no normal opponent. Yuta's domain is the only one to injure Sukuna. Sukuna has been the target of many domain expansions throughout JJK, but not one has managed to injure him. Even though he was briefly affected by Unlimited Void, he claimed to have allocated the damage from Gojo's domain to Fushijiro's soul. Thus, because of Sukuna's mastery of Jujutsu, even Unlimited Void did him no harm. However, within moments of being inside Authentic Mutual Love, Yuta managed to break through Hollow Wicker Basket, cut off one of Sukuna's arms, and slice his eye. This is an incredible feat, as not only did Yuta reach the King of Curses, but he also broke through the protective barrier he had summoned to do so. The special grade's abilities were never downplayed, but a domain that grants him the ability to go toe-to-toe with Sukuna is immensely impressive. Authentic Mutual Love will be a massive challenge for Sukuna, more so than any domain he's ever faced. On top of the features of the domain, it also allows other sorcerers inside without affecting them. Itadori and Maki are both waiting to pounce, combining their abilities with the power of the domain. If all goes to plan, Sukuna's fearsome innate technique will be confiscated, and Yuta can attack with any range of abilities. Rika also has a major role to play, which will hopefully be revealed in upcoming chapters. As such, Yuta's domain will leave the King of Curses outnumbered and potentially helpless, a feat even Gojo Satoru couldn't achieve. As we conclude our discussion, it's evident that Yuta's domain expansion possesses an unparalleled level of strength and complexity. From its devastating effects to its unique properties, Yuta's technique stands as a formidable force in the Jujutsu world. But remember, the strength of a Jujutsu technique isn't solely determined by its raw power. Factors such as strategy, adaptability, and the user's skill also play crucial roles in determining the outcome of battles. What do you think? Do you agree that Yuta possesses the strongest domain expansion, or do you believe there's another contender for the title? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on all things Jujutsu Kaisen. And remember, stay tuned for future videos where we'll continue to explore the fascinating world of Jujutsu Kaisen together. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the Jujutsu world. Take care, and happy watching.